What is going on, you guys? So today we're going to go over 5 ways to help you get results faster in fixing muscle imbalances. So whether it's a size or strength asymmetry, what we're going to do with these 5 ways is apply them and make them so your body works more evenly, you're more symmetrical, and you can develop your muscles more optimally. So let's get right into these 5 ways, guys. The first thing we're going to go over is doing unilateral exercises, so one-sided exercises. This is essential in fixing muscle imbalances because you're able to focus on one side at a time. You're able to truly isolate that side and force your body to exert the same amount of energy, same amount of tension, same amount of weight load onto that one side, the weaker side, that you would be able to do for that stronger side. Now, it is essential when you do this that you start with that weaker side so you're able to match it with that strong side and not have that strong side do more. Now, over time, this is really going to help fix that imbalance because you're going to be building the muscle and developing it, and it's going to end up developing the same way since you're producing the same amount of energy on both sides. Now, some examples of this for upper body: one arm bench press, one arm shoulder press; lower body lunges, one leg straight leg deadlifts. Utilize unilateral exercises to help fix your muscle imbalances. The second way we're going to go over is to stay away from doing bilateral exercises, so using both sides on machines. And the reason we're doing this is because machines, they establish your range of motion. It is already controlled for you. This takes away from your motor neural pathways. You are not able to develop these motor neural pathways through your own stability and your own body movements. So we don't train for this motor neural pathway. It's already developed for you. And this is really a problem for muscle imbalances because we actually tend to subconsciously use our stronger side before our weaker side. So that means the amount of energy being expended during those exercises, so doing bilateral exercises on machines, they're unequal, and this is such a common way to develop a muscle imbalance actually. So I'm not saying machines are bad, but I'm saying if you already have a muscle imbalance, it could 100% further the problem. So you can do unilateral exercises on machines because you're ensuring and making sure that you're doing the same amount on each side. But when you're doing two-sided, so bilateral exercises on machines, you are more than likely to use your stronger side more optimally than you are for your weaker side. So since you already have a muscle imbalance, stay away from doing these bilateral exercises on machines because you want to make sure always that you are really focusing on fixing that asymmetry. The third way we're going to go over is utilizing the mind-muscle connection. There's a synergy between your brain and your muscles. When you actually think about the muscle working, you're actually going to be working it more optimally. So when we are doing bilateral exercises, because in this video I'm talking a lot about unilateral exercises, I am not at all saying don't do bilateral exercises. They are very important in our training process. But when we do them and we're working on fixing muscle imbalances, it is essential that you are literally thinking more about that weaker side. This is actually going to make you stimulate more muscle fibers in that one side and make you use more energy to basically even it out, because when you are doing bilateral exercises, your strong side is taking care of itself. It's already at that strength level, that size level, and then you want to work on fixing that asymmetry by developing that weaker side. So you literally have to think about using that weaker side. Say for the bench press and you're someone who locks out unevenly, you have to literally think about pushing with that weaker side, and it's actually going to really help it catch up with that stronger side. So the mind-muscle connection is essential in our training process. It's essential in building muscle, and it's very essential in fixing muscle imbalances because you want to make sure that you are able to focus on that weak side and not subconsciously let that strong side take over. The fourth way we're going to go over is focusing on form. Form is actually very important in fixing muscle imbalances because we want to make sure we're doing everything evenly and the amount of energy being exerted is exerted proportionally. So let's relate this actually to using equipment. Say you're doing shrugs and you're using straps and you have an over-under grip. You're shrugging up now and your traps are uneven, so you're going to develop them disproportionately. You want to make sure your setup is even so the muscles are working the same way. This also goes with range of motion. If you're not using the full range of motion, you're going to develop lacking areas. You want to make sure you're getting the full range of motion, making it identical on both sides so you're able to build proportionally and everything is worked the same amount, so the same way and using the same amount of energy and the same amount of weight being applied to those muscles. So guys, focus on form, get that full range of motion, and whatever you are doing, do it evenly on both sides. And the fifth and final way we're going to go over is if you are at more of a drastic muscle imbalance already, is to utilize different concepts for that weaker side. Now, I'm a huge fan of doing everything evenly and doing things in a more consistent fashion, but if one side is much further behind the stronger side, then you have to make it catch up as fast as possible. So if it is a size difference, you have to be doing more volume with that weaker side. If it is a strength difference, then you have to do some more weight with that weaker side. Now, you don't have to go crazy with the uneven train concept, but you do have to make it catch up as fast as possible. So one more time, if it's a strength difference, then do a little more weight with that weaker side. If it is a size difference, then do a little more volume with that weaker side. We have to make sure it catches up so then we can build proportionally, guys. You want to do everything as even as possible and as consistent as possible, but if something is so far behind, you have to make it catch up and then you can work on developing it more evenly. So I hope you liked this video. Make sure you like it, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. I will always answer you guys, and always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.